Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again here on PlayStation Source, and we did have that state of play last Thursday. It was a very good one. I do have more thoughts I want to unpack about it overall, and we will definitely be working on that and all that great stuff. But we did, of course, do a video about Horizon Call of the Mountain, the PSVR 2 title. If you have not gone and watched that video, definitely I implore you to go do so. There's a lot of cool tidbits about the main character Reyes and how he's a Shadow Karja, and this deal that he makes with the Blameless Murad and Sun King Avad about helping them out with this, whole machine deal. It's a really cool video that has a ton of different backstory to it. Definitely go check it out. But today we're going to talk about the other part of that announcement, which is the new Horizon Forbidden West update. This is Horizon Forbidden West update 1.14. We're going to go over all the cool stuff involving New Game Plus, new weapons, and my favorite update in this whole thing, the updates and improvements to performance mode. Guys, I'm telling you, it is insane, and we will get to all of that. But before we get to all of that, make sure to leave a like on your video, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation in terms of where, the ongoing coverage of state of play that I have to talk about, and the upcoming new info that we will get involving PlayStation stuff this week for Summer Games Fest. Definitely get hyped for that. Starting off here on the list, once again, blog link down below in the description if you want to check out the full blog, as well as I'll put the Reddit post as well. That Gorilla did a lot more in this update, a lot more bug fixes and everything that I won't go over in this video, but definitely go check out that long extensive Reddit post that they posted that goes over all the different bug fixes and all that great stuff in this update. But the one thing that a lot of people were looking for in Horizon Forbidden West is here. New Game Plus has now been enabled. You can access it through the main menu or through the base. You can go into like the base area where you were definitely at when you were going through the story, and you'll be able to restart your game with your equipment and upgrade skills that you had when you beat the game initially. So really cool thing right there. A lot of people were asking for New Game Plus. Now it's there. Now, when I first started playing Horizon Forbidden West, I was on normal, found it to be a little bit too easy, a little bit kind of like a cakewalk, you know what I'm saying? So I went to hard, and I definitely got that challenge with the hard mode. But if you want an even more greater challenge, there is now ultra hard mode. I believe this is going to be the 6th difficulty mode, because there's like story, easy, normal, hard, very hard, and I think ultra hard. So now ultra hard is in the game right now. Not sure how people are feeling about that difficulty mode. Haven't heard people play it, but if you want an even harder difficulty mode for Horizon, you can go check out that ultra hard mode that is available with this update. Next up here, a feature that I love. This has been in a lot of the Assassin's Creed games that I like. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a little bit, in the minority on liking the open world Assassin's Creed games, but this has been in there for a while. And it's not just Assassin's Creed, it's really like all games have been doing this, but Transmog is now in Horizon Forbidden West. And in case you don't know what exactly this means, this is where you can take the visual aesthetics and look of one outfit in the game and pair it with the stats of another, right? So this is so you can get the exact look you want with the stats you want without having to settle with an outfit that you don't think looks the best, right? But it has the best stats and stuff like that. So you can see me here doing it on screen. I love this like light blue and tan. I think it's the like something like elite light type of outfit. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a blue and yellow type of fit. I love that for Aloy in this game, but it doesn't have the best stats. So I put on a much better armor set that I have that has way better stats. I'm able to pair the both and look how I want to look while having the upgrades that I want. Really cool feature. This was definitely something I really wanted from the jump from this game, and really cool to see that is finally here with this update. Next up here, this update really did confuse me, because I was unaware that this wasn't an ability that you can do, but apparently before you couldn't respec your skill points. I could have sworn on everything that you were able to restart your skill tree and respec how you want to respec it. You weren't able to, I guess, before this update, so now you can. So now you can reset all of your skill points and respec them how you want them. Definitely thought you could already do this, but I guess you weren't able to. Now you can with this update 1.14. And then the blog also says this about trophies, quote, think you can still take down that slaughter spine? This update also comes with a dedicated trophy pack, so you can track your victories as you revisit the Forbidden West on ultra hard through New Game Plus. So I'm not sure what they're talking about here really, because like there's only a few new trophies here. I have it here on screen for you guys to look at. There's only like 3 or 4 new trophies, and they don't have anything specific in terms of like, doing X thing in game or XY PS5 thing in game. I'm pretty sure it's just, yo, beat the game on ultra hard mode, beat the game on new game plus. I'm pretty sure that's what they mean by new trophies, but I don't know why they called it like a dedicated trophy pack. I guess because it's packaged in the new game plus type of section on trophies. I don't know. That kind of confused me, but yeah, there's more trophies in this update if you beat ultra hard mode and new game plus. Now this next one, a lot of people were definitely feeling this, right? Because there were a lot of people that were wanting these animal parts for their crafting of their weapons and all that great stuff and the upgrades. But before this update, there wasn't a way to just straight up buy the animal parts that you needed. You had to go out and hunt the animal to get the part that you needed, and there's a bunch of RNG, like are you gonna get that part when you kill this animal? It might take some time out of that. Now you'll be able to just buy them from the Herbalist vendor. They will now be selling animal parts in the game, so you can get some of those animal parts that you're stuck on really easily to upgrade your equipment. Very cool to see that there as well. Now the last thing here, this one's big, the performance mode enhancements. Now as you all know, if you guys don't know, I can't play at 30 frames. I'm sorry, I've tried, I can't do it anymore. The PS5 generation has really just, you know, messed me up in terms of I cannot play a game without 60 frames. I just can't do it. Okay, so obviously I was on the performance mode, and the performance mode looked really good on PS5, of course, with Horizon Forbidden West. We all enjoyed it, we all think it looked great, but there were some, you know, weird things happening on performance mode with PS5 when the game first came out. There was a lot of reports of this shimmering effect that I definitely noticed from time to time in my gameplay, and just overall it just didn't look, you know, as crisp as, you know, for example, a Spider-Man type of game, right? And we all kind of just chalked it up to, you know, it's the overall scale and size of Horizon is a lot bigger than Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we should cut some slack, but it looks like the good folks at Guerrilla Games were able to make it work. They improved the revamped temporal anti-aliasing to improve rendering on PS5 and PS4 Pro with this update. It looks incredible. It looks so much better. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not just saying this, right? I look back at old footage, and that like jaggedy shimmering effect would happen like when you looked at different foliage in the game. If you looked at trees, if you looked at like distant movement, it would look kind of like checkerboarding, like this weird like clipping that would happen with movement. But now it's not happening anymore, and the game looks really, really, really good. Like, I'm telling you, if you go back and forth between performance and fidelity, I would find it really hard pressed for you to really want to play in fidelity with that 30 frames mode, because I mean, yeah, it may look better for sure, but man, I'm telling you, like, the performance mode looks really good now in the game. If you have not checked it out, I definitely implore you to go get on your Sunwing and just fly around the landscape. It looks incredible. This game looks really good in performance mode. I'm very happy to see that, you know, not only are they making these improvements to, you know, Transmog, adding these features, new game plus and everything, but they are still 6 months out from the game's release, you know, or just under that. They are still making tweaks and improvements to how the game looks. You'll love to see that with this game, and I'm really happy about it. It looks great. And lastly here, they want to just leave us off with this quick excerpt from the blog. We're already working on an upcoming patch which will include VRR support and a 40 frames per second mode, so stay tuned for more. That is huge. Those that have VRR compatible TVs are going to love that, where you'll be seeing less of the dips from a visual standpoint, and it will look like a rock solid hard 60 frames per second, regardless of, you know, whatever the game is actually outputting in its engine. And lastly here, that 40 frames mode is going to be big. We've seen that already with Ratchet and Clank, I believe is the other game that has this on, and I think there's another example as well. But what it'll do is it'll raise the fidelity mode, that 30 frames mode, up to 40 frames with VRR, and so you're able to have a bit more of a smoother experience on fidelity, and it'll look a little bit more smoother than 30 frames, obviously, with 40 frames per second on this new mode, which will be great for those that have VRR TVs and want to experience that fidelity mode with a little bit more of a smoother frame rate than 30 frames. So that is about it, guys. What are your thoughts on update 1.14 for PS5 and PS4 Pro? Do you enjoy the new performance mode? Are you liking the new game plus mode? Are you going to try ultra hard mode? Let me know all those thoughts down below in that comment section. Before you go, make sure to check out that description. You can find links to our Discord, our Twitter, and our Anchor link that you can listen to our long form content in podcast format. Those, of course, being the Road to podcast. Yes, Road to Ragnarok is incoming, boys. Definitely prepare for that. Ragnarok is indeed coming, and make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as subscribe to PlayStation Store to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.